Veterans are just a way for other people to make money. Hey, I am Chuck the Bureaucrat, and as you approach your transformation from a service member to a veteran, there is an important reality to be aware of. Veterans are just a commodity. Most big organizations and businesses view veterans as an income stream. And as a result, they treat you with the same respect and dignity that a butcher shows an ox. And look, I am not saying this just to whine and complain. I'm saying it in the spirit of understanding how the system works so that you can figure out how to make it work best for you. You see, what we normally think of as benefits to a veteran are actually money that flows to some entity because a veteran has an entitlement. And this happens with the hope that the veteran can accrue some benefit as a result of this transaction. It shouldn't be hard to see from this that from the perspective of any organization that more vets equals more money, and that optimizing the benefits received by individual veterans, well, that's not entirely necessary for the organization to do well. One way to think about this is to notice that when people say, "we support vets," they almost inevitably are referring to a specific subset of the veteran community, and in particular, a subset that generates money for them. And what I find particularly interesting about this is that each of the so-called tracks that the Transition Assistance Program pigeonholes you into, well, each of those tracks has a way of turning you into somebody else's paycheck. Obviously, the education and vocational track has folks drooling over your GI Bill. The employment track is lined with companies trying to get free labor through the SkillBridge program or some other internship program. Even the entrepreneur track, it represents a way for big corporations to tap into so-called government set-asides that are intended for veteran-owned businesses. In fact, one of the stranger economic ecosystems that exists is how the VA sets up hurdles that make it harder for veterans to get cash benefits. But then the VA works with, and in fact will pay, third parties to assist the veterans in overcoming those hurdles. It is as if the VA wants to funnel your benefits to those organizations. But so what? Well, to be honest, a lot of veterans take the view that these, parasitic relationships, well, they're an acceptable compromise. Lots and lots of veterans say that they're perfectly happy to give away a couple $1,000s in back pay in order to lock in a future benefit that they would not have gotten without help. And listen, that is a completely rational point of view that any Ivy League economist would totally agree with. Where we have to be careful is to make sure that these relationships actually provide us, the veterans, some kind of benefit. In particular, I think the criteria is a lasting benefit, something that makes you better off in the long run. And then, personally, I've got this second criteria. If you're going to use me to make money, please make it easy. I mean, if I'm applying to your university and I'm going to use my GI Bill, I kind of expect your Veteran Support Office to be able to walk me through the process of getting the letter of eligibility that you keep asking me for. If I'm going to be working with you on some kind of SkillBridge program and my command is going to need a justification of what I'm going to be doing, I'm kind of expecting the company has already written a white paper with that information in it. Otherwise, I'm starting to get the feeling that you don't entirely have your act together. At the end of the day, veterans are in an entirely new and different situation from the one that they were in while they were in uniform. It is not about the mission anymore. It's about taking care of yourself and your family. And if you want to see just how little your command is going to care about you after you're gone, watch this video.